What's good, everyone, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're reacting to Food Theory. Which restaurant has the best birthday celebration? When seeing this, I'm kind of like, why not? Why not? It seems like an interesting subject, and I remembered that way back then, a lot of places used to have birthday celebrational stuff. Nowadays, you don't really see that thing so often. Only few places really do that, to my recollection. But yeah, that's really all I can recall about the subject. But yeah, basically, overall summary of what this is, it's pretty simple. It's your birthday, you go to a place, they do some kind of celebrational thing for you on your birthday, and that's it, really. So let's see what this is all about. But before we begin, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button below, hit the subscribe button to support the channel, support the content provided, and so on and so forth. Hit the notification button to be notified immediately when the video comes out. And yeah, other than all that, let's get right on into this. Oh, wait. Before that, the link to this video is going to be down in the description below, so be sure to check that out to see the original video, and be sure to give Food Theory some love and support for the video that they made. Now, let's get right on into this, shall we?
What restaurant has the best birthday celebration? I visited all sorts of restaurants, from national chains to local favorites, to find out which place makes me feel like the specialist boy. And the winner will be your next birthday dinner. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Food Theory. And today is a very special and important day. To me, it is the most special day of the year, next to Christmas. And that means it's my birthday. I love my birthday. I love to celebrate it every year. I love to feel loved and special. And what I do, I kind of have a tradition, is me and Claudia will go out to eat on the night of my birthday to Benihana. It's just the best experience. I mean, you get to see an onion volcano turn into a choo-choo train. Literally nothing better. But this year, I've decided to explore my birthday celebration horizons. So for the week leading up to my birthday,
Okay, that's an interesting thing. I did not think such a thing actually existed. Huh. I'm learning a bit about a few restaurants today. So yeah, that's a thing.
I'm gonna be going to a different restaurant every day to see if I should be switching up my tradition. Now, we are going to be focusing on the birthday celebration. So Benihana, just by nature of having the show of the volcano and the choo-choo train and the beating heart and all the cool stuff that they do, doesn't have an advantage because that's just part of the experience. They do that for everybody. It's not a special thing for your birthday. I'm gonna be focusing on specifically what they do for me, the birthday boy, because all that matters is me. Here's how the scoring is gonna go. We have 3 categories. 1, if they make me feel special. This could be from props to doing anything extra to make me feel like the specialist boy. For that, they get a check mark. 2nd, if they sing me a song, they'll also get a check mark. And 3rd, they'll get a numerical point for the dessert. We're talking taste. We're talking the uniqueness. And also, we'll be docking points if it's not free for your birthday. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's all about how special I feel. So at the end of this episode, we're gonna be ranking these on our patent-pending specialist birthday boyometer. Thank you, editors. So with all that said and done, let's get started with restaurant number 1. So first on my list was Cheesecake Factory. And I had super high hopes for Cheesecake Factory because, fun fact, for the last, I don't even know how long, my birthday cake has been a cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. Plain, nothing on top. It is goated. So I thought this was gonna be my favorite right off the rip. But all my expectations got thrown out the window. First of all, nothing to make me feel special. Absolutely nothing. I sat down, there were no props, there was no calling of the restaurant to alert them of my greatness. Nothing. Big old X for Cheesecake Factory in that category. When it came to the song, the guy lit the candle, whispered happy birthday on his way to go get my check. He could not want me out of that restaurant fast disaster. That screams you are not special here in this establishment. That's an X. When it came to the actual dessert, you would think that at the Cheesecake Factory for your birthday, I don't know why I emphasize that, they would give you a slice of cheesecake. No, it was the saddest little sundae with the saddest little candle on top that he just lit and walked away. And it wasn't even a good sundae. It was this big and it was 90% whipped cream. So for this category, me and Claudia rated it on a scale of 1 to 5 each, and there's an optional point for whether the dessert was free, because come on, who wants to pay for their own birthday dessert? I gave it a 2, Claudia also gave it a 2, and it was free. So it did get 5 points out of a possible 11. Not the best start for Cheesecake Factory. No matter how this goes, I'm thinking it's gonna be a...
Okay, that actually kind of makes sense. Not gonna lie. I mean, I've been only to the Cheesecake Factory once. I think it was someone's birthday at that time. It's been before COVID, in all honesty. Anyway, we went there. Well, me and family. And bam. The second we get in, the second we did all the stuff, there wasn't really anything special when it came to a birthday thing. Now, I don't know about you all, but that is literally the case with what happened. Or was it after COVID? Either way, in all honesty, there was really nothing special about anything going on there. So, in all honesty, that makes sense of a rating to give. Because while the food's good, I just think it's just an establishment that's usually fancy and all that. And not just to say this in a way to cover for them or anything like that, but in all honesty, when it comes down to it, well, the Cheesecake Factory is usually one of the most busiest things involved. No, not involved. One of the most busiest restaurants that one could think of. Like, you have to have like a reservation in advance just to make sure that you have it on one specific day at a specific time with a table that has the correct amount of space for everyone and everything. That is literally what you gotta do for the Cheesecake Factory. Even if it was a birthday and you're trying to invite like a lot of people, you gotta make sure that, again, you're ready in advance for it. It's crazy how that works. But yeah, that's usually how it is with the Cheesecake Factory. Well, around where I'm from, since that is the thing that happens at the Cheesecake Factories nearby me. Even if there was multiple, it still gets crowded. People still have to make reservations in advance. And so on and so forth. So yeah, the scoring makes sense. Is it a popular place? Yes, without a doubt. But honestly, it just seems more like we got like hundreds of people waiting to get seated. We need you to leave now. So here, take this and leave. What the
at the bottom of the list. The next restaurant on the list is admittedly one that I've
Olive
never
Garden.
been to in my entire life. And I've had people tell me about it for so long. Oh, you have to go here. Oh my God, I can't believe you've never tried it. And that's Olive Garden. Now, it's not that I didn't go for some snobby reason. I've just never lived close enough to an Olive Garden to go. They're always like an hour away, and nobody's driving an hour to go to Olive Garden, all right? But it had to go on the list because of their slogan, when you're here, you're family. And you know who celebrates the crap out of your birthday? Your family. So, Olive Garden it is. Okay, so we're at Olive Garden. I have literally never been to an Olive Garden ever ever in my life. Again, grew up abroad, never really had the opportunity to have Olive Garden. Plus, little secret, I'm not that big of a pasta fan. It's just not something I crave all the time. But I'm super excited because obviously their slogan is when you're here, you're family. And, you know, I'm family. They gotta give me a good birthday celebration. So we're about to go in. It doesn't look too slammed. And hopefully we'll get seated soon. So let's go. Claudia had been hyping up this place for one reason and one reason only. The breadsticks. She was like, oh my God, you gotta try it. Oh my God, it's amazing. And I was like, all right, dude, relax. They're breadsticks. Chill. I could not stop eating those breadsticks. Like,
I can't blame you. Those breadsticks are amazing. It's just sad that you can't really go there without, like, expecting to pay a lot. I mean, their prices, they are an expensive place, but they have a reason to be expensive to a degree, in personal opinion. But, yeah. That's basically it. But even though that's the case, it does leave a sad, it just leaves me sad in thought, thinking, oh, it's great and all that, but you probably can only go there like once or twice every few months because it's expensive and all this and all that. Like, no joke, it's expensive. Like, you gotta pay a paycheck for a lot of other stuff in your life, but no, you really don't want to go to Olive Garden as a daily thing. No. How did breadsticks get me to this kind of conversation? I will never know. But yeah, the breadsticks, they are totally worth it. If like you can just eat the breadsticks, then yeah, perfect. Honestly, best thing is if you're going by yourself or with a friend, just order the cheapest things and split the bill, and bam, you can get stuff on breadsticks and take some for the road.
had 5 buckets of those things between the two of us. The server was like approaching us with caution with every new one as if we were like savage animals, like, mine. Needless to say, I took a lot home in my pocket. But when it came to the birthday celebration,
I agree.
oh boy, did this place take the cake. And I mean that literally. They brought out this cake, which was a white tres leches strawberry cake concoction that they made probably by signing their soul away to Satan. It was so delicious. Both of us could not stop eating it, and that's with 5 buckets of breadsticks ruminating in our stomachs. Each one of us gave this an easy 5. Plus, it was free, an $8.99 slab of cake that they just give you for your birthday. Which, by the way, they didn't even have to look at my ID. They just believed that it was my birthday. You could feasibly go to Olive Garden every day of the week, tell them it's your birthday, get a free dessert. The other thing I should mention that was special about this dessert was that they brought out a nice special message on the plate itself. They wrote happy birthday in the same strawberry jam, and it just made me feel so good. So for that, we're actually gonna give them an extra point for this. So their total is a whopping 12. Now, when it came to the song, they sang Happy Birthday one time, and they did bring out a very small crew to sing it for me. So that is a check mark in that category. As far as the props or any specialness that they made me feel, when I tell you the commanding attention that they brought to me in this restaurant, they came out and told everybody in that admittedly small dining room that it was my birthday. People had no choice but to stop eating and sing along and clap along. It actually made me feel like royalty.
Happy Yay! Thank you guys.
Look at this, look at this.
That's awesome.
All right, wait, ready? See, that is why when you're there, you're family. And for that, they get an extra big check mark in this category. So as of right now, we have Olive Garden at the tippity top of this list.
That's good, that's
and
cool.
Cheesecake Factory, yeah, at the biggity bottom of this list. Moving on to the next restaurant.
You only did.
All right, so we're in front of Fogo de Chão, which is a Brazilian steakhouse. It's one of those places where you flip the little cart over and they just bring you meat non-stop until you pop. It's a little bit more of an upscale place because we want to have a little bit of a range here. We're not just going to go to the Olive Gardens. We're not just going to the Texas Roadhouses. We want to see what the more upscale birthday celebrations might be like. Now, I am slightly hungover because yesterday was my birthday celebration, so I am starving and ready to see if they make me feel like the specialist boy. Let's go in. So when it comes to this place, once again, we're not looking at the actual food because this place would probably by far win that title. When it came to the birthday celebration though, kind of like Cheesecake Factory, there was no celebration at all. There was no ceremony. They just came, plopped the dessert down on my table and walked away. Because remember, they're constantly cutting meat. They don't have time to stop and wish you happy birthday. They don't have time to make you feel special. I'm not salty. It's fine. Big old X in that category. They also didn't sing me anything. Big old X. But when it came to the dessert, it was so good. It was so good. It was a cheesecake creme brulee, and it was a sizable dessert. It was a full-size dessert that you would get on their menu, and they did ask what kind of dessert I would like. Now, when it came to the taste, this was a 5 out of 5 for both me and Claudia. And another point for, once again, making it complimentary. Now again, this place wasn't the cheapest, so a free dessert, kind of the least they could do, but it still awards them a point. Where that leaves us is another 12-point restaurant. Unfortunately, it does fall short of Olive Garden because there was no ceremony, no happy.
That's okay. That's interesting. Gotta say though, I wasn't really expecting that one. That dessert, that's like a full-fledged dessert. Not a small thing, not a big thing. Like like an like a whole cake or anything. But that is a big part of a dessert. So, dang, I did not know a place. Huh. Wow. That actually looked really good.
So as of now, Olive Garden,
Never had it before,
Fogo
though.
de Chão, Cheesecake Factory. I'm not getting over that one. Next restaurant. Okay, so we are
Texas
at the
Roadhouse.
legendary Texas Roadhouse. I've never been to one of these before, but Kai and little cousins and everyone has told me that there are two things that I need to have here. One, the bloomin' onion. Two, and most importantly, the rolls. I am so excited for these rolls. I cannot wait. But more than anything, I've been told that the birthday celebrations here are out of this world. Kai has made it like known that it is legendary. So this place right now seems kind of like the front runner, but we'll have to see what they actually do here because we are in the middle of nowhere, Miami. So let's see if they put the effort in. Now going into it, I had no idea what to expect. But Kai did warn me that at her previous job, they made a huge deal of the birthday celebration. So I was a little excited, but also ready to be disappointed because here in Miami, sometimes they don't care as much.
Texas Roadhouse! We got him on a Saturday night. What's his name? Says y'all gonna be celebrating his birthday.
Oh, that okay. Now I remember. I wasn't too sure if I've been to a Texas Roadhouse, but now that I'm seeing the inside of the restaurant, and now it's similar to a restaurant I've been to before. Yeah, I've been to one. Wasn't expecting that in all honesty, but dang. All right, that's a thing. So, they sound really enthusiastic about saying happy birthday and all that. So.
I'm telling you, nothing is beating that. And it felt good. I felt like a cowboy. That was honestly almost better than a song. It was original. It was something different. It made me feel extra special. Plus, I'm on my own little saddle throne. Like, who wants anything more than that? Big old check mark when it comes to making me feel special. Now, when it comes to the song, I will say, I wish they had done the traditional song on top of what they did. Now, I'm not faulting them for that, but it is something I'm keeping in mind. I do wish that they had done a little jingle and not just the whatever they what was it they shouted again? Here, take a look again. Yeah, that thing. Again, big old check mark in this category, but just, come on, Roadhouse, just sing for me. When it came to the dessert, this was kind of underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. It was like a molten lava cake, but without the molten and without the lava. Really, it was just a chocolate cake that was a little undercooked in the middle. Was it yummy? Yeah. but it left a lot to be desired. Unfortunately, I gave it a 3, Claudia gave it a 2, which puts us at 5, but it was free along with the 12,000 rolls that they gave us to take home, so we
The
can
rolls
bump
are
them up
good.
to a total 6 out of 11 points for that. So by the end of that, where we stand is a little tricky now, because the Texas Roadhouse dessert did fall short of Olive Garden by a numerical standpoint. But when it comes to making me feel special, Texas Roadhouse is running away with this saddle throne that they gave me. So because of that, we're gonna have Olive Garden tied with Texas Roadhouse for now, followed by Fogo de Chão, followed by Cheesecake Factory at the very bottom of the list. Moving on. So we're nearing the end of this list, and obviously I had to
Okay.
go to my go-to spot, Benihana. So we're at my favorite place that I've just been going to every birthday for a long time now, Benihana. It is the classic. It is a dinner.
I never been to a Benihana. Benihana. Sounds Hawaiian. I don't know why, but it just sounds Hawaiian to me. But no, I never been to this kind of place. So I'm a bit interested to see what's gonna happen here. A lot of the other places I've been to, either once, twice, or even 3 times. But yeah, this is gonna be a bit interesting to see this one, because this is a new one for me.
With a show, it is really good food. People sleep on it. I'm just really excited to see what they do. Last year, I was at a different Benihana, and it was like in the heart of like, you know, Hollywood, so super fancy. And they gave me a hat, and they gave me like a whole show. It was great. So time to go inside, see what they do for me this year. And once again, I have to emphasize, the dope-ass onion volcano / choo-choo train has to be discounted here. It's just part of the experience.
Onion.
But God, do I love it. And that yum yum sauce and the ginger sauce. I just love Benihana, okay? But let's talk about the birthday celebration. When we did our thing, I went to the bathroom. Claudia told the guy it was my birthday. I came back, we ate our entire meal. They brought the check, and they forgot about my birthday. They forgot. The guy came, gave the check, and me and Claudia were like, wait a minute, they never sung us happy birthday. And I kind of had to do that really awkward thing where like, well, I didn't do it because I didn't have the courage to. But Claudia did that super awkward thing where she was like, we got the check, and she was like, it's his birthday, by the way. And the guy was like, oh, do you want me to sing for you? And we were like, yeah, we would like that. But like, it's weird when you have to ask for someone to sing you happy birthday. So listen, for forgetting that it was my birthday, that's a big old X in the special category. All right? How do you forget that it's my birthday when we just told you? It's just crazy to me. It made me feel so sad. But I will say the song was dope. They actually sang it twice. Once in English and once in Japanese.
Oh, wow. That's, That's, wow. I wasn't expecting that. But, I don't know. From what it sounds like, you didn't really get anything for this. Like, that might just be my opinion, but
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
okay.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Japanese, Japanese style. Say what say what
Oh wow, they're actually singing it in
Thank
Japanese.
you.
And this was like the 4th birthday of the night, which is crazy. I have never seen that many birthdays in one place at the same time, which I think contributed to them just not wanting to do my birthday. They were just there and they like were singing like tired. They wanted to go home. It was the end of the night and it lost the oomph a little bit, but I will say the fact that they sang it twice in 2 different languages with the little tambourine, that's a check mark in my book, Benihana. Moving on to the dessert, it was fine. It was a scoop of vanilla ice cream. They did give me the choice of vanilla or chocolate. You would think that a Japanese restaurant would offer some sort of cuisine appropriate dessert, something with mochi or whatnot, but no. I gave it a 2 out of 5. Claudia liked it a little bit more than me. She gave it a 3 out of 5. Now, They did charge us. It was like a $3-4 dessert, which is fine, but still, they charged us for the dessert for the birthday that they forgot. That brings our 5 total down to 4.
Benihana, you've kind of disappointed me. It's not like our relationship is over, but like Rachel, I need a break from us.
So the next restaurant on our list is actually very local to Miami/South Florida, but it is such a staple
Okay,
down
so
here
this is
that
the
I
last
would have
one.
made a huge mistake by leaving it out. And that
Okay.
is none other than Flanagan's. Now, if you've never been to Miami or South Florida, Flanagan's is the spot for everybody to go to. It is like if Chili's and Applebee's had a baby, and the baby was like a child prodigy that far surpassed the parents, and they had a great happy hour. That's Flanagan's. Plus, you can always take home these cups.
That is a bold statement to really say. I've been to both Applebee's and Chili's. And if you're saying that this place is very superior, then I want to hear, then I want an explanation and want to see what the place looks like.
Me and Claudia have an entire cabinet full of these cups. We keep going and bringing them back home. Needless to say, I needed to see how they were going to celebrate my birthday. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be, though.
We made a grave miscalculation.
We're like, there's no way there's gonna be a wait on a Tuesday at 9 p.m.
But guess what?
There's an hour wait.
It's game 6 of the Panthers in the Stanley Cup final.
Mind you, there's Flanagan's everywhere in Miami, but it's still full.
We're also not even like that big of an area. Like it's a pretty suburban area. Like there's
Like
that
in
many
a
people.
random shopping mall.
Yeah, and the fact that there is an hour wait. So hopefully we make it, and hopefully we don't die of hunger in the meantime. So we'll update. I told you this was very Miami. You got fish posters or whatever all around. You have like fake fish all along there.
It's also really loud.
Yeah, it is so loud in here, right? It's so loud in here right now. It's like when you go to Disney and you're waiting in line and they hype you up for the ride with like
Yeah.
a story and
I
they're
do
always
feel like
super loud in there.
It does feel like I'm in the waiting room of a ride. Also, it's freezing cold air conditioning, which is the most Miami thing. Like, it's so hot outside, but then anywhere indoors, it's like freezing cold.
2 hours later.
Okay, so that didn't work. Yeah, turns out people actually care about hockey sometimes when their team is winning. We're just gonna have to try again some other time, and we're gonna have to find some dinner elsewhere, but you guys won't get to see this one. This will be a boring dinner, just me and the missus.
But I am not someone to be so easily defeated. We went back for day 2. Take 2. There's people outside. What could be going on today? Dude, this place is the most, like, popular place in Miami. I swear to God. All right, let's just go inside and see. Now, we still had to
Just
wait a
rip the
decent 30
Band-Aid
to
off.
45 minutes because it was happy hour. Again, this place is insane. But when we sat down, we knew it was going to be something special.
This right here, this is why
Oh,
people love
damn.
Flanagan's. So Claudia's dish right there, Claudia's like wings and salad and garlic roll.
Holy. Those fries are huge. Like, they are. And those are wings? Damn, those things are thicker than I thought they would be. The bread looks good too. That looks nice. Not $15.99? Well, it is cheaper than some places that have wings because they're like 17, 18 bucks where I'm around.
Rolls, all of this was $15.99, which for Miami prices is insane. And this right here, half rack of ribs, curly fries, and wings with coleslaw was like $21. This is actually insane. I cannot wait to dig in and tell them that it's my birthday.
I went away, came back, we did our whole thing. They actually gave Claudia a verbal cue so that they would let her know when they were gonna come and celebrate. I know that's not part of any of the categories, but I will say, it kind of makes me feel special. They like put a lot of intention behind it. They were like, hey, when we say Macklemore, we're gonna come to your table and sing, so be ready. We'll work Macklemore into a sentence somehow. And when they did come, it was a whole host of servers, a flock of servers, a murder
How
of
so?
servers. What do you call a group of servers? Anyway,
Happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday from Flanagan. Happy birthday to you.
Huh. That was a
Thank you
thing.
so much.
Oh my god.
Okay, wait.
The crap
This
out
is
of me.
this is actually that was a jump scare. They came out of nowhere. It was like 10 of them. This is dope. This is dope. So what is this? This is a dulce de leche cheesecake.
Dulce de leche cheesecake.
This is awesome. Okay, so that
Looks good.
oh right, it's my birthday. That was sick.
I have to say, the energy was there. I really appreciated how they commanded the attention of everyone in there, who, by the way, were trying to watch the NBA Finals. They had to take their eyes off the NBA Finals to focus on moi, the birthday boy. That is a big old check for the Flanagan Specialist Boy category. The song, pretty good, pretty standard, no complaints, big old check mark there. And when it came to the dessert, this dessert was just so delicious because it was different. It was a dulce de leche cheesecake, and it was a big boy. Me and Claudia split it, and we barely were able to finish it, but we finished that bad boy. I gave it a 5 out of 5. Claudia gave it a 4 out of 5, but there is one snag here. They charged us for it, and it wasn't cheap. It was a $9 slice of cheesecake. I gotta take a point away from the local legends, man. So that takes their final score from a 9 to an 8. Now, without any other analysis, right now we have Texas Roadhouse and Olive Garden fighting for that #1 spot,
you
followed
can
by
salt that?
Flanagan's, followed by Fogo de Chão, followed by Benihana, followed by Cheesecake Factory. Last restaurant. So I hit a
Oh, wait, there's
snag on
another?
my birthday week because my wonderful job forced me to fly to Raleigh.
Wow, I was not expecting that. I thought it was 5 to 6. But we're doing it in 7th one. Ooh.
In the
That's a
middle
thing?
of this experiment. So I had to get a fresh cut, I was looking good, and go to a restaurant up in North Carolina.
All right, so I'm here in front of La Rancherita, and we're gonna see just how this celebration goes. Now, this is the place, actually, this is the place where everything originated. I was having lunch one day with Lee, and we saw someone get their birthday celebrated, and I was like, I wonder what place, like, this is how the thought process came. So I wanna see if I remember this place being as awesome as it was. Let's go in.
Now, I don't want to hear any of this. Well, it's a different city. Listen, we're not doing science here. This is an arbitrary, this is whose line is it anyway? The points don't matter. It's just about what makes me feel the specialist. If I have to go to a different city, to a different state to feel special, then I will go to a different state to feel special, okay? So when it came to the celebration, it was actually kind
Fair.
of cool. They come out all in a line, demanding the attention of the entire restaurant. They actually got a few heads to turn before they even started singing. Made me feel moderately special, nothing out of this world. But the song was in Spanish, which was cool, my mother tongue.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, yes.
It did provide the funniest moment I've had with Tom in months, which is saying a lot because hanging out with him is like pulling teeth. But they sang the song, they went away, and he turns to me wide-eyed and he's like, wow, that was so special. How did they know your name? And I stared at him confused because at no point did they say my name. So he started singing the song back in his very crude Spanish and said, Feliz cumpleaños, Santi. When I tell you I could not contain my laughter for 5 whole minutes, I was asphyxiating because of how hard I was laughing. And I told him, they were saying, Feliz cumpleaños a ti. The people I work with, man, they test me. But it was a pretty good song, and it was a lot of them, and they had instruments, so that's a big old check mark in that category. Now, when it came to the dessert, I think it was actually one of the more unique ones that I've had during this whole experience. It was a chocolate-covered sponge cake doused in whipped cream. It was light, it was airy, it was delicious. 5 out of 5 from me in that category. Now, Claudia wasn't there to taste test, so we're just gonna double that score for a 10. Now, once again, it wasn't free, and it broke my heart because I wanted to give this place a better score for how good that dessert was. But that is gonna bring the score down to a 9 for the final restaurant. So let's wrap this up, shall we?
Okay.
I have been celebrated thoroughly and completely, and it is time to judge. Starting with the worst performer. Cheesecake, you've let me down. And in fact, I don't even know if I can continue to get my cheesecakes from you guys. I might have to go somewhere else for that. How could you do this to me? Second to last on that list, Benihana. Why do I keep getting disappointed by the things that I love? Benihana, I'm officially breaking up with you. How could you forget my birthday? And then you just give me a scoop of vanilla ice cream to top off the sad celebration. Moving on. Now, both of these had a great dessert. Both of these had good singing, but they both lacked that little oomph to make me feel extra special. Which leads us to the top two. Listen, they don't lie when they say that when you're here, you're family. They brought out the works. They made everyone turn their heads. They made everyone join in and clap along and sing along. If that doesn't make you feel special, like family, like it's your friggin' birthday, I don't know what will. And I have to say,
True.
that dessert was probably the best one that we've had on this list. But they did fall short just slightly of making me feel like the specialist boy. And that title goes to none other than Texas Roadhouse. That's right, Texas freaking Roadhouse. There's a reason why it's the #1 casual restaurant in the country. And yes, fine, the dessert did score lower than I would have liked. But the reason why this place made me feel like the specialist boy is because they did something that no other restaurant on this list did. And that is move my butt to an alternate location. They put me on my very own elevated throne for the entire restaurant to see and admire and celebrate. And not only that, their song was
Okay.
unique. They weren't just singing, they were shouting in every which way to make sure that every diner in there knew that I was the special boy of the evening. I have to say, from now on, I will be spending my birthdays at Texas Roadhouse. I will be getting on that saddle and I will be yeehawing until the end of the night. So if you are looking
That's
to
the
celebrate
thing,
your
okay.
birthday, you have my recommendation. Look no further than Texas Roadhouse. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Buen provecho. And hey, you want to see me cook a burger?
That was interesting. I was not really expecting that, but I can admit it was an interesting experience to see. All these different places doing different things for birthdays, and this is like stuff he's been to. The last one, it seems like it was unintentional, but he rolled with it before this video was fully made. So, yeah, that's the thing. Honestly, it seemed to make sense. A lot of the places seem to have good food and all that. Honestly, it was how to go about this one. I don't really know how to go about this one. Honestly, Cheesecake Factory makes sense. Cause I like the I don't know, 2 times? Yeah, 2 times that I know I've fully been there. They don't really do celebrations. Like, at all. Like, I don't recall anything or anything like that that involves a celebration. If anything, their excuse is kind of like the, here. At this point, this place. They don't really have the full time to do it. Because, they're busy. Like, they have to keep making stuff back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And they can't spend so much time on one area. And I'm not making this as a joke or anything. That is legitimately the case. Because, yeah, it's a big place. It's very popular. It's usually crowded. You usually have to have a reservation in advance. At least from the ones that I've been to. and all that. But still, that is a thing to actually really consider. If something like that was to happen at a restaurant, then that means something. Like, time is very limited for them. I've been to Texas Roadhouse like 3 times. So, yeah. And then that's like pretty cool, actually. Their food's great too, not gonna lie. I actually like the theme of what they do with the place, so I might be a bit biased on that one. But but then we get to this last half, and I honestly can't say anything. Because I don't notice any of these places. But their food look good. I don't know about the desserts or anything like that. Like, I'm gonna actually have to just agree with him, Sanji, with the whole thing. And yeah, it's something to really consider. But now Texas Roadhouse doesn't seem too bad of a place to go to for a birthday. But other than that, that's really it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button to support the channel, support the content provided, and so on and so forth. Notification button, be notified immediately when the video comes out. And again, be sure to give Food Theory some love and support for the video that they made. Other than that, woo Nelly. That was an interesting one. And I'll be sure to give recommendation to the place that actually did the works for one's birthday. Though it immediately might be 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 an interesting thing, because usually for some reason when going to that place it just sometimes gets a little packed. But yeah, with this all said, hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.